Rayshawn's not playing?
No, he didn't say he wasn't playing.
Well, he's not playing.
I have no idea. Maybe grade period ended.
We're going to say he's not playing.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like.
Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't tell you.
I am too.
Okay, you're going to take care of that?
Take care of what?
This was on. And it was like echoing.
Oh, that's on me.
No, it's nobody. It always gets turned on.
I don't know how.
Yeah, look at my cord here. It's making me mad.
Do you want me to fix it real quick?
No, we got 10 seconds.
Okay.
You got to turn us up. Go ahead and turn us up.
Welcome to the cave. We've got the backyard open basketball pitch here in the historic cave, the oldest active gym in the state of Indiana. I'm David Phillips alongside Matt Rendell here, bringing this one to the Penn King, the number 18 in the state of Indiana, facing off against the Mishawaka Cavemen. They are 6-14 on the season. The Cavemen 15-6, 14 on a two-game losing streak. We've got the Penn King on the Christians over Strawberry and nice to go. The Cavemen.
They just see us, you know. Hey, could you put off?
Welcome to the cave. I'm Daniel Phillips, and this is Matt Rendell here to my left. We're going to go ahead and try this one more time. Hopefully, we've got us all here. Again, Mishawaka Cavemen taking on the Penn Kingsmen here in the backyard brawl, the basketball edition. We had this same feud a few months ago over at Freed Field there at Penn High School, and now we're here in the historic cave, oldest active gym in the state of Indiana. It's a privilege to go ahead and bring this one here to you. Fortunately, again, we got out to quite a delay here because of some technical difficulties, but now we're off on the right track here. We're going to go ahead and start things off with some keys of the game. First and foremost, playing in 4:32 minutes. We talked to Coach Cody a lot about down the Mishawaka side, just making sure you play all 4 quarters to the best of your ability. That's something the Cavemen have been able to do very well this season.
Absolutely. And going into this game, you're talking about one of the best players in the state, definitely one of the best players in our area, and sophomore Caleb Coleman. And you're going to see right here, he's warming up. He's lethal everywhere, from three-point, getting to the hoop. He's just been so good. He was great on Friday in the loss, and so containing Caleb Coleman is going to be important.
100%. Moving on, we got our third key of the game. We can go ahead and grab that for us. We got ball security. It's something the Cavemen have struggled with a lot all season, just as much as playing a full 32 minutes. A lot of turnovers next to the Cavemen name here. We want to make sure we're taking care of the ball the right way and getting opportunities to put points on the board and get stops here. Because it's something where you're not getting as many shot attempts to the opposing team because you're not getting the ball all the way past half court and developing a play.
Well, and the turnovers have killed the Cavemen, right? So you've got to make sure you're not turning the ball over. And on the other side, they're going to have to create turnovers.
100%. Moving on, our final key of the game. What do we got? We've got sectional preview. So we've got back-to-back games here. We're taking on teams that you'll be playing shortly. Sorry, back-to-back. The last 3 games is Adams, it's Penn, and it's South Bend and St. Joe. 3 teams that'll be here in a few days, just a week from today. Cavemen will take on the Adams Eagles here for a chance to move on to the state tournament. So having that advantage of already playing these teams a few days prior is huge.
see where they're at for this team. The Cavemen will play that first game next Tuesday as they'll take on Adams here at the Cave, and then Wednesday you'll have the Penn, Michigan City, followed by Riley and LaPorte.
As of right now, we will be calling those games as well, so make sure to tune in on IHSATV.org. We're going to go ahead and take it to a break here. I'm Dana Phillips alongside Matt Randall here on the Mishawaka Network.
Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Welcome back to Caveman Boys Basketball here on the Mishawaka Network. We've got the Pep Band alive and well here in the Cave. Shout out to a few alumni. My guy Brady Gallo, his girlfriend Elena Norton is in that Pep Band here. You can see the Pep Band on your screen, hopefully shortly. Never mind, we're not going to go ahead and get that yet. But they are here, and you'll be able to hear them all night. We certainly can hear them because it makes us use our voices a lot more than we like to. But it adds to the scenery and the environment nonetheless. We're going to go ahead and kick things off with some starting lineups here, about 4 minutes till tip-off. Starting things off with Landon Johns. He'll be wearing number 13, the senior leader, followed by LaJordan Fowler, the sophomore standout, wearing number 22. Colton Hanley in the starting lineup after missing the last 2 games at the center position. He's wearing number 23, followed by Camden Putz, the scrappy Dennis Rodman of this Mishawaka team, wearing 12. And we round things out here, finishing it out with Amir Dean, the multi-sport athlete guard, wearing number 32. He didn't start the season with the Cavemen, but they're glad to have him back. Yeah, we're hoping in sectionals to have his basketball picture on there. We didn't get it because he didn't start the season. Big one, Colton Hanley back in that starting lineup, and Coach Cody said, hey, we're going to see if he can go tonight. He's been hurt. Another big thing, we didn't talk to Coach Cody about it, but no Brayshawn Eccles tonight for the Cavemen as he is out. Moving on to the Penn Kingsmen lineup here at point guard. We've got starting number 1, Ben Murphy. He's a senior leader here on this Penn Kingsmen team, followed by one of the top players in the state, one of the best players in Northern Indiana, Caleb Kuhlman's son of Barrett Kuhlman, the head coach over there at Penn. Followed by the wing, Lucas Obermeyer, wearing number 22, and multi-sport athlete at the post, Christian Bonner, wearing 30. Rounding things out this Penn Kingsmen starting lineup, we've got Mikhail Price, wearing number 33, also on the post with Bonner. Yeah, so it'll be an interesting night here tonight. You got the band, you got a big crowd of Penn fans, some Mishawaka fans out here tonight. So hopefully an exciting game for them here from Mishawaka High School. A season rivalry between these two schools. We'll be back with tip-off in about 2:30 here on the Mishawaka Network.
Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Forte Waterproofing is celebrating over 60 years of satisfied customers. Experience, innovation, hard work, confidence, pride, honesty, integrity, determined, committed to achieve excellence. Fix it with Forte, fix it for good.
Come and visit the Mishawaka Historical Museum and make sure to check out all of their different exhibits, such as their industries and businesses, church and faith, historic landmarks, military heritage, school, and their famous Mishawakans exhibit, including some of our very own caveman alumni, as well as a working model train set and a brand new exhibit, Treasures from our collection. Located at 121 South Main Street, doors are open every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. each day. $5 for entry for adults, $3 for students, and kids under 5 enter for free.
As I mentioned before the break, we've got the pep band joining us, but with a few special alumni members. We've got Elena Norton, we've got Jason Evans, and more. They're some former pep band members showing some love here and getting back to their old trades. We've got some people at percussion and wherever else. I don't really know. You were a band kid. You know,
yeah, I mean, there's lots of band members. It's always loud, exciting. Makes our job a little hard, but it brings good energy to the game. So, Daniel, we got about 35 seconds here. What are you looking forward to for this game?
I'm looking forward to a scrappy battle between two teams that have been rivals throughout all sports for many, many years. It's going to be a fun time. This game is always personal, no matter if you're playing basketball or you're playing tennis. It doesn't matter. So I'm looking forward to seeing this. With that, we're going to go ahead and kick it off to Mr. Wilkins here with National Anthem, followed by starting lineups there on the court.
Mishawaka High School for tonight's boys varsity basketball contest between the visiting Penn Kingsmen and your Mishawaka Cavemen. And at this time, we ask that you please rise, gentlemen, remove your caps, and join us as we honor America as the Mishawaka Pep Band plays our national anthem. He's a senior, number 1, Benjamin Murphy. A sophomore, number 4, Caleb Kuhlman. He's a senior, number 22, Lucas Obermeyer. A senior, number 30, Christian Bonner. And a junior, number 33, Mikhail Price. The Penn Kingsmen head coach is Barrick Kuhlman. Caveman fans in the stands, get on your feet and make some noise as we proudly present to you the starting lineup for your Mishawaka Cavemen. At guard, he's a senior, number 12, Camden Putz. At forward, a senior, number 13, Landon Johns. At forward, he's a sophomore, number 22, LaJordan Fowler. At center, he's a senior, number 23, Colton Handley. And at guard, a sophomore, number 32, Amir D. The Mishawaka Cavemen head coach is Coach William Cody.
A big thank you, as always, to Mr. DeWilkins, always doing a wonderful job. He's the father of Lucas DeWilkins and Kyle DeWilkins, two broadcasting students. Have a lot of fun with those guys, but now we're going to go ahead and get started with tip-off. Seconds away from getting this one underway.
Yeah, an exciting game. Penn in there all black, which is always fun. Mishawaka and they're all whites. And you're going to see just a fun game of basketball, a game that on paper is very lopsided. Penn, one of the top 20 teams in the state. Cavemen are going to have to play one of their best games to make it close here tonight.
That tip loosely won by the Kingsmen, and now we are underway officially. Caleb Kuhlman handling the rock here. The Penn Kingsmen offense has been unleashed.
Right now you see the kind of hard denial, man-to-man defense. They're trying to put on a couple of the players there.
Bonner driving in, using the elbow, swinging them around, will kick it back out to Kuhlman.
Cavemen trying to be aggressive here, Daniel, but they got to be careful not to foul.
Driving it on Johns, decides to kick it out to Murphy, who's going to go ahead and lob it inside. Bonner is going to go ahead and draw a foul. He'll shoot two.
And that's just a good play getting it into the post, and kind of Bonner has that size advantage. You know, Cam Putz is not small, but Bonner is huge. He's going to play football at the next level, I believe, and so that's always a big matchup, and you can just see that body frame, and he's going to try to kind of punish that in the paint. That's going to be the first foul tonight, that one on Colton Handley.
A little over 30 seconds in as Bonner will miss that first free throw, pops right back in the hands of LaJordan Fowler. Bonner, as you said, he's definitely not someone who can be moved around very easily as he makes that second free throw. He was a very pivotal piece in that Kingsman football program for 4 years. The Cavemen offense now getting to show what they're about. Here's LaJordan Fowler, shot fake, kicks it over to Handley, now over to Johns for a nail of three. Go ahead and give the Cavemen a 2-point lead to kick things off.
And that's huge for the Cavemen. They need shots to go, and especially those three-pointers from somebody like Landon Johns.
Kuhlman now driving in, loses his dribble. It'll go out of bounds. Tipped off a Caveman defender, and it'll stick with the Kingsmen.
Got some new people working, trying to get this broadcast going well. We had some technical difficulties, but everybody on time, ready to go as that three-pointer's up.
Kuhlman's going to nail it from deep and go ahead and respond quickly to that Johns three. He's going to try to respond himself, and it goes and gets tipped by Price. Tries the layup, and it's rejected.
And you're going to see here, there's Johns coming down the court. He gets all the way to the hoop, but that size of Price there just knocks that ball out of bounds.
On the inbound is Dean. Tries to get into Fowler. They'll say last touch Bonner. Out of bounds on the deflection from the Kingsmen.
You can count on a couple of things here from this Penn team. You know Coleman's going to get his shots up. He's already got that one to go. The Cavemen have got to make sure to not let that get out of hand.
Dean the inbound, try this thing again. He gets it safely this time to Fowler.
Well, an interesting matchup here. They're not putting Price on Fowler. They're keeping Bonner, that big body on him. We'll see if Fowler can make something happen.
Dean driving in, they'll kick out. Fowler will take his shot, and he nails it. Very, very often from that same spot. The right elbow is clean.
Well, they just lost him kind of in the motion there, and he got that open too.
Obermeyer will drive in. Step back out and kick it to Bonner.
And this is what you're going to see with Bonner is there's going to be a legal screen. Looks like Obermeyer might have been called for that. But that's what you're going to see is they're going to let Bonner stand out there. He's not going to shoot three-pointers. And so that's an advantage on defense when you don't have to guard somebody at the three-point line.
No substitutions yet for either squad. We are now officially 2 minutes into the first quarter. Landon Johns.
You'd like to see LaJordan Fowler cut a little bit harder because he's open on that switch. He's got Coolman on him right now.
He'll take that three and he'll get it to go. Extends their lead now to 4 as Fowler hits the big three in that corner wing area.
This is kind of how the JV game went. The Mishawaka JV got the win because they got off to a hot start and got ahead.
Bonner spins through and makes his way to the rim. He'll finish there and cut down the Cayman lead to 2.
That's a strong move there by Bonner.
Risky pass there, caught in traffic. A jump ball is called. Possession arrows in favor of the Cavemen, so it'll stick with them after all that.
So right now, Cavemen have got the lead, but they got to keep the pressure on as you see that kind of jump ball there. Both players got a hold of it right over Landon's head there.
Inbound again is Dean. He finds Hanley, and they'll call the travel. Took one too many steps.
Yeah, that's a tough call. They really needed to get that ball in, that inbounds play. Right now, on those inbounds, you got to cut hard. And right now, the Cavemen a little bit slow on those cuts. And right there, kind of Hanley caught it, took one too many steps.
Ben Murphy, someone who Coach Kuhlman talked about a lot as being a big leader, including young guys, trying to make sure this team gels the right way. Nice pass there from Kuhlman, not finished by Bonner, and he gets another chance. No good that time either as he hobbles up.
Right now, the Cavemen have 4-on-5. They got to take advantage.
Reset back to 5-on-5 traditionally, and the Cavemen had an opportunity. Don't convert. That one slips through the fingers of LaJordan Fowler out of bounds. They say it'll go the other way.
Yeah, and that was just, he was trying to make the right play, and sometimes Coach Cody's talking, he's a little too unselfish. Maybe go up strong with that one, but he's trying to pass that one out. It's a good move. It's a good thought. It's a good play. He just lost control of it, knocked it off himself out of bounds.
Kuhlman walking it up for the Kingsmen. Bonner will drive in on putt, spin through again, and doesn't finish that time either. They call a foul. I believe that'll be a push on Bonner. We'll go ahead and see what the official says.
It's clear the game plan from Coach Kuhlman is, hey, let's get the ball inside to Bonner. Let's pound it inside. And right now, the Cavemen have been up to the task. Yeah, they had the one foul, but they've really defended the paint well. And now Bonner goes to the bench.
After being charged with that foul, checking in for Bonner will be Cody Evans, wearing number 23, now guarding Landon Johns. Johns, that one a risky pass, tipped by Price. Off the tip, Cam Putt's gonna go ahead and field it. Hanley now looking for an option. He'll decide to drive in. That one is deflected.
And I don't think that's the play you want with Price guarding you. You got to the hoop, but just too much size.
And the travel there. Happy feet all day long on both sides here, as each team has got one traveling violation. And we've got Xander Nelson and Landon Snyder checking in, Amir Dean and Colton Hanley taking a seat for the Cavemen.
Yeah, one of the big names you'll see for the Penn Kingsmen just into the game for the first time, Mikel Burton in, as he'll get his first action of the night.
Michael Burton, of course, younger brother of the Notre Dame guard Marcus Burton. And that one is nicely drawn up but poorly executed. Cam Putz can't finish at the rim. And now Price on the breakaway slams it home for the Penn Kingsmen as they strike fast to tie things up.
You saw Price, we were here before the game, and he was throwing them down with ease. And right now, it's just, you got to convert on the one end, but then you can't give up those big plays on the other end.
Johns orchestrating the offense, finds Fowler. Fowler mixing through with a nice little dribble combo. He'll miss the midi. Kuhlman head full of steam. It gets tipped. He saves it off the ankles of Fowler, but fielded properly, and now Putz and the Cavemen on the fast break. Snyder jump stop, and looks like they'll slow it down. No, John says never mind. Rattles in and out, no good, but the Cavemen another offensive board. Johns thinks about another try. He'll take it from the right, but no good anyhow.
This has been a frantic game so far.
Murphy shot fake, finds Burton, and They'll look to run something here. Burton drives in despite the contest, gets one up, and they'll go ahead and call that foul on Jordan Fowler.
And here's that replay. You see that out on the break there. Kuhlman finds Price, and that's just an easy play. Slams it home. Not much Cam Putz can do on that one.
Now Kuhlman and company will start things over.
Just on that last play, Daniel, really good defensive play. Burton looked over the bench. Kuhlman gave him the go-ahead, go one-on-one, and then a great job by Jordan Fowler kind of coming off his man to block that shot.
That one, I like the vision, but that one is stripped away. Costly turnover here with things knotted up. 2:10 left in the first. Kuhlman turns it over.
They were trying to get Xander Nelson. He's got Michael Burton on him. There it is.
Nelson trying to drive through, and he will draw the foul.
And it was a great job. I think Burton did a great job with his left hand getting on the ball, but I think that right hand hooked him underneath, and they're going to call that and get 2 shots for Nelson. But I think that's the right play. Michael Burton, very, very easily the smallest person on the court for the Penn Kingsmen. And if he's on Xander Nelson, not the tallest, but definitely one of the biggest players for the Cavemen. I think that's a good matchup.
Michael Burton is listed at 5'8" on our roster as that one clanks in and out for Nelson. But if you talk to Michael as much as I do, and I don't talk to him a ton, but I know him pretty well, he definitely does not talk like he's 5'8".
Yeah.
Xander Nelson, no good on the second free throw. Either he comes up empty on that trip to the free throw line.
And right now you got Caleb Kuhlman on the freshman Trey Eccles, and that might not be the matchup you want if you're the Cavemen.
That shot is up and clanks through. That's Cody Evans nailing it from deep.
And that's what you want from your bench players. Be ready to play your role. Evans playing good defense and then getting out there, spotting up to shoot the 3.
Fowler now. Guarded by Kuhlman. Snyder to Hanley, and the Cavemen looking to get Xander Nelson involved. Hanley will take it through. Lefty, no good. Tipped around, but handled and fielded by Evans. And the Kingsmen go the other way. Nice finish. Michael Burton gets it done at the rim.
And that's, again, the Cavemen not converting on one end, giving up an easy 2 on the other end.
Trey Eccles, the freshman, guarded by former teammate Michael Burton. The two played basketball at Schmucker last year, middle school basketball. Xander Nelson says, man, I've got an open shot, and doesn't go his way.
Right there, Obermeyer did a great job getting the ball, but he just stepped out of bounds as he grabbed that ball, so Cavemen will get a break there. Definitely not the shot you want, as Nelson will go to the bench.
And as will Fowler, as Cam Putz and Landon Johns will check in for the Cavemen.
Yeah, right there you just saw Michael Burton with that great layup. A really good job getting to the hoop.
On the inbound, it's to Camden Putz. Backing down his defender, fakes him out, Evans. And they force a foul here. Camden Putz will go ahead and shoot 2 at the charity stripe with 42 seconds left here in the first.
And Putz right here hasn't had the best year. He hasn't played as many minutes. His shooting hasn't been as good. That's a good drive, though. Now that's a second foul already on Michael Burton.
Burton and Kuhlman having a conversation now. As Camden Putz will nail the first free throw.
And if the Cavemen are going to stick around in this game, so far they've played pretty well. They've got to make free throws. Nelson missed both of his, but Putz 1 for 1 so far.
Now 1 for 2 as he misses the second. So the second free throw doesn't go down for him, but Camden Putz, pretty consistent free throw shooter. And that's something the Cavemen need a lot, as they have not been great from the charity stripe this season. Burton decided to take a deep 3, and for a good reason. He nails it in front of Trey Eccles in the right wing.
Yeah, he said, I'm going to just kind of spot up and shoot this thing, and pretty easy looking shot. Eccles has got to get out on it a little more, but right now, if you're Penn, you're happy with any kind of movement, any score that you can get with Caleb Kuhlman on the bench.
With seconds draining now, the Eccles throws up a prayer and no good. The Cavemen, once leading by as many as 4, now down by 7. The score is 16-9. Go ahead and take a break here. Be back in 30 on the Mishawaka Network.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Welcome back here. We've got a nice little highlight of two players, the sophomore standouts, as we titled it. You've got LaJordan Fowler for the Mishawaka Cavemen and Caleb Coleman for the Penn Kingsmen. LaJordan's averaging 11.6 points per game. He's got 1 assist, 1.7 assists, 5.5 rebounds, and he's played 20 games, but he's got 0 college offers. On the other side, you've got Coleman averaging 21 a game, 5 assists, 8 rebounds. He's played 20 games as well. He's got 3 offers to his name. So you see 2 guys that are the trademark players of their teams and how different they are.
Well, and Coleman right now only taking the 1 shot. He got it to go, the 3-pointer. But LaJordan Fowler's taken 5 shots already. He's only got 2 to go, but he's been really aggressive, which is what they've been hoping for him. Coach Cody says, hey, when you're on the court, you're the best player on the court. Now you got to act like it.
Coming out of the break here. Starting off the second quarter is Coleman with a 3, no good. Clanks off the side of the rim into the hand of the Cavemen.
Almost like they knew we were talking about him, right?
That's right. Putts now. Lobbing it cross court over to Snyder. Dangerous pass over the lengthy Coleman. Johns now over to Snyder. Putts there for the screen, and going to go ahead and call a hold there on number 22, Lucas Obermeyer.
Well, and Obermeyer there, one of the assistant coaches just stood up and started yelling, you're out of position. And Obermeyer's kind of like, I didn't foul him, but you got to get in front. If you're going to switch that, you got to get set. And he's just there too late. And so making sure that he gets in the right position, coaches are making sure he knows that.
Putts now, jab step, finds Handler. The Cavemen want to get things started here before they're down by too much and the hole is too deep. As Johns now tries to knock it in off the glass, no good. Drive it in, lob past the Price, couldn't finish. And they're going to go ahead and catch the Cavemen with a double dribble.
Well, and Cam Putz trying to say it was tip, but Coach Cody doesn't seem to see a problem with that. We watched the Riley Penn game from Friday, a really close game, a good game. I was just looking at Coach Coleman. He's out there on the court a lot. Like, he doesn't mind taking a few steps out there.
Caleb Coleman now will inbound, finds Price.
Yeah, this is a big mismatch here.
And he doesn't capitalize on it. Price had the opportunity, doesn't finish on the layup over Putz.
It's, again, the right play, but I think Cam Putz really played it well. Ooh, what a move.
Hop step finish, nicely done by Landon Johns.
The Cavemen needed something. They had given up a lot in a row. They were down 7. They needed one to go as LaJordan Fowler gets off the bench to check in.
Coleman working on Johns. Nice pass to Bonner, and he gets it done with the teardrop. Floats it up and in.
Right now, Cavemen got to get it in.
Johns screaming at Dean or somebody to come over here and let him inbound the ball. Amir Dean guarded by Bonner, now over to Snyder, now over to Johns. Dean working for an opportunity, looking to set somebody up or set up himself. That spot up J is no good. Going the other way, but Penn Kingsman now trying to make sure they extend this lead. The opportunities they've been getting is Coleman will miss that 3 from the corner. Murphy now trying to make up for it, and he does.
Yeah, really good job on the second chances getting that to go as the Kingsmen extend their lead to the biggest of the night, 20-11.
With that, Coach Cody will call a timeout there with Mishawaka. It's 20-11 in favor of the Penn Kingsmen. Let's see what they do coming back after 30 on the Mishawaka Network.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Welcome back to the K, where we got 5:36 left here in this first half. 20-11 after some time here in the second quarter. The Kingsmen starting to separate a little bit.
And this is where the Cavemen have got to make a stand. They've got to get some points on the board. They've got to make sure they're being tough on the defensive end.
Dean driving baseline, and they're going to go ahead and catch him with the travel.
Well, and Daniel, I'm not sure. Amir Dean, we heard it last year from Coach Bender, this year from Coach Cody. He's got the talent, and you saw it right there. He had an open shot at the start for three, didn't take it, made a great drive as he was able to get down the court there.
Burton, contested shot, no good. Fades away, and now Davis will finish there at the rim.
Really good play there by the Kingsmen, and the second chance points really looking good so far for the Penn Kingsmen.
Johns drives in a swat away, but fielded safely by Snyder. Puss now loses his dribble. That one's tipped away, poked out, and now Murphy all alone for three. No good off the front rim, but Kuhlman gets the rebound, drives back up, and lays it up and in.
And this is where the Kingsmen will really get you. They've got lots of really good players at all the positions, and they're going to make shots, and as they did right there. Dean got that to go. He got right to the hoop, and that's what you want from Amir Dean. Attack, get to the hoop when you can, take the shots when you're open.
That one inside, Davis. They say he's fouled at the rim by Fowler, and he'll shoot 2 free throws now. Look at this here, Amir Dean finding a lane and finishing through contact. Nicely done by the sophomore. Davis, his first free throw is good.
I'm looking, you're saying Davis, that looks like Cody Evans to me, Daniel.
Oh, excuse me, my apologies, Evans. I got the two names mixed up. Apologies to Evans and his family there. Typical announcer mix-up there. He nails both free throws. Evans is capitalizing that well at the free throw line. Might as well get his name right. Is that one
just thrown away? I mean, that's just Johns trying to throw it to a spot. Colton Hanley not in that spot, and so they got to communicate better as the Cavemen have now been doubled up as they're down 26-13.
Cavemen not necessarily in good shape here as Kuhlman will take a deep three just short off the front rim. Dean now to bring it back up for the Cavemen. And that one is swatted away, intercepted by Burton. Burton, nice move, nearly got the finish, but he does get the foul.
Yeah, and now it's just the turnovers. We talked about ball security in our pregame, Daniel, and right now the Cavemen not taking care of the ball. They've got to make sure they take care of the ball in order to get back into the game now that they've gone down by double digits.
Burton here shooting his first free throws of the ball game. First one swirls in and out. We got some subs here. Cam Putz will check in for Landon Snyder. Burton his second free throw here. This time he will convert. It's Fowler now in the corner, guarded by Price. Price certainly has the size advantage. He's listed at 6'7". That one off the bottom of the off the backboard, and looked like Colton Hanley fell pretty hard over there. And Evans missed from three-point range. This time a big defensive play there on the other end, stopping Hanley from finishing at the rim. Burton, deep three, no good. Just short, and now the Cavemen go back with full speed again. Tried to pull up, gets fouled on his way. That one's clear, and it'll be Landon Johns now. He gets fouled, and now the Cavemen need somebody to inbound because Johns thinks.
Well, they're saying he's not shooting. He was definitely looking to go up with it as that ball got hit away. So Johns wanted to go to the free throw line, but they're going to stay on the floor.
I did start to call it like he was shooting free throws because I did believe he was, but they say no. Johns this time no good, corner three. 27-13 with just a little under 3 minutes left here in this first half. The Cavemen have stuck in this one a little bit, but little by little, the Kingsmen have started to separate. Evans back to Coolman now. Sets up the screen nicely. Pump fake. Draws the foul. They say that one's on the ground.
No, they're going to count it, I think.
Oh. Yeah, never mind. They're going to say he wasn't active shooting, so luckily they get that one right here. The bucket will count. Extends their lead now to 16 as he has an opportunity for a three-point play. Xander Nelson checking in.
And here's the thing, that wasn't spectacular or fancy, but it was the right play. He got to the hoop, took that contact, went up, got it to go in a pretty easy and one, and now he's got a chance for the free throw to make it a three-point play.
And he will convert there, finishing off the and one. Dean, nice crossover, pulls up, shot. That one, after some contemplation, decides not to go down for him and goes the other way. Nicely done there by the Kingsman offense as Evans will get it done there at the right block.
Yeah, really good move there by Bonner getting in the paint and then made a great pass.
Hand off to Putz. Inside, off the roll, and that one's nicely done by the Cavemen. It's Xander Nelson getting it done. Murphy from way downtown, no good. Fowler pulls up, pump fake, finds Dean. That one also very well done. The Cavemen have gone on a little bit of a run here. Nicely done here by the maroon and white.
Yeah, you can see it was a great pass up. Fowler gets it, sees Dean, gets a good bounce pass, and the bucket to go as the Kingsmen will take the full timeout.
It's going to be 32-17. I believe it's the 32nd timeout, so with that, we'll keep it here. Got just about 50 seconds before we get back to the action here. What are you seeing so far from the Cavemen that you like the past few seconds, really?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit hectic there for the Cavemen, which right now they just needed something different. The Kingsmen have kind of lulled them into sleep. Kingsmen haven't been spectacular. Yeah, they had the dunk and the other thing, but they've made the right plays. They've scored on offense. They've gotten some turnovers. But the Cavemen have made the right plays in the last two possessions, and that's what you need. Hey, let's string together some possessions. You want to go into halftime, maybe down 10, maybe single digits. Right now it's 15. You've got time to make that happen. You've got to get some stops. Maybe you might see Cody come out with some pressure here, maybe some full court pressure. They've got to make something happen here on the defensive end.
Definitely putting a stop to what's been getting done here on the Kingsman side offensively would be ideal for the Cavemen. As the Kingsmen will start things off with the basketball. Caleb Coleman walking it up for Penn. Bonner's got it now. Guarded up top by Nelson, and that's a three, another one that doesn't go down for Caleb Coolman. As that one stripped away out of the hands of Price. Now Putz has got it. He lobs it forward, finds Fowler. That one's tipped through the passing lane, and a save by Coolman, but into the wrong team. Pump fake. Dean goes up, swatted by Price. Fielded this time by Bonner. Now they're on the breakaway again. Coolman will slow it down a little bit, and we've got a traveling violation.
And you're excited, you're on that break. I think Amir Dean made the right play, but Price did a great job. Really good discipline not to fall for those ball fakes. Here you got kind of Xander Nelson on the ground. He kind of shoved Bonner a little bit out of the way there so Cam Putz could get that ball. But a little bit much better effort here by the Cayman in the last half of the second quarter.
Dean to Fowler. That one nearly intercepted by Price. Cross court from Nelson to Snyder. Snyder, nifty finish, no good. Nelson goes up, gets fouled. He'll shoot free throws.
And two good takes. I think Snyder went up strong. Maybe don't do that up and under if you can just try to get that foul called. But Nelson does a good job cleaning up the glass, trying to go to the free throw line. But he's got to convert now. 0 for 2 on the game at the free throw line. See what we can do at his second trip. Now they're blowing the whistle. Looks like Kuhlman's getting taped up. He's got some blood maybe on his knee.
They're going to go ahead
and Coach Kuhlman over there doing the tape job. Look at that. Right. Ref talking to Cam Putz a little bit. I'm not sure what was said there.
Nonetheless, we'll get to the free throws. As Nelson has 2 of them. First one no good. Right off the bat, Gutters. We've got 32 seconds left in the half. At halftime, we'll hear from our IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig for the weekly rendition of the Commissioner's Corner. Is that one also no good? 0 for 4 today for Xander Nelson.
Well, and he's given good minutes except for that. He's made a bucket, has made some good plays, got some offensive rebounds, but he's got to convert at the free throw line. You make those free throws, you're down 11 going into halftime with a chance here as Penn's going to try to get the last shot.
Coleman's got it here. Guarded by Putz. And it's now Evans, no good. Pops right back out into the hands of Putz. Fowler, 3 from the half-court stripe, no good. Falls to the hardwood, and that's how the first half will end. 32-17 in favor of the Kingsmen. The Cavemen down by 15 here. They have a lot of work to do. They'll probably talk about a lot of things defensively there in the locker room, as the Kingsmen have been doing as much as they wanted to end. They haven't capitalized as much as they wanted to. 15 points separate these two in the backyard brawl basketball edition here on the Mishawaka Network.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome into the Commissioner's Corner. It's our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. I'm Brendan King. Paul, always great to be with you. And Valentine's weekend here in the state of Indiana, an auditorium, lots of swimming, and boy, girls swimming just wrapping up. Paul, Carmel winning their 40th state championship, and now that's going to set the table for boys swimming and diving at the end of the month.
Yeah, we had a great weekend with the girls meet at, again, beautiful facility at IU Indy with an auditorium, and our kids, they get to celebrate their state championships in world-class facilities, and that was just another one. We had a great meet. Carmel won their 40th. Fort Wayne Carroll was on their heels. We actually had a tie for second place, first time in the history of the girls meet between Fishers and Fort Wayne Carroll. So great meet, and here we go. We're going to do it again in 2 weeks for the boys.
Feels like every weekend is a new adventure for you guys, and boys wrestling is coming up this weekend at Gamebridge Fieldhouse. Now, of course, a different setup than the usual hardwood inside Gamebridge that you're going to have for the girls and boys basketball state finals. But the wrestling state finals, getting that at Gamebridge Fieldhouse, how unique of a situation is that?
Well, it's a phenomenal event. We loaded the semi this morning at our office to take the mats and all the equipment we need for the state championship. And again, it's an incredible state championship. I know Jason Willey's working hard to put the facts together, and we've got multiple state champions returning from this year. And I think he shared a little in our 285 or our heavyweight division. We have 3 undefeated wrestlers still going for state finals, and so it's should be a heck of a weekend. And if everybody wants to watch wrestling, get out there and join us at Gamebridge on Friday evening. It's punch your ticket round on Friday night. You have to win to go to the championship day on Saturday, but it's going to be a great day of wrestling.
Paul, let's talk about some hoops. Girls semi-state coming up this weekend. 4A locations, LaPorte and Jasper. 3A, it'll be Logansport and Southport hosting. 2A, it's Frankfort and Greencastle. And in Class A, Huntington North and Charlestown are the hosts. So you pair that, Paul, with the boys basketball pairing show coming up on Sunday. Busy time of year, as mentioned, for you and your crew. It's always a busy time of year, but when you get into your board meetings this time of year with both the boys and girls basketball state tournaments going at the same time, what planning does that take?
Well, there's a lot. You know, we do have a board that is elected by our school to oversee this administration. You know, we have 19 people that are elected by our member schools, and we keep them informed with the tournament. And, you know, they approve the officials listing, or at least they look at that along the way and see whose officials have applied, and they approve the dates and all the other things that go into the state tournament. And so our staff is happy to work for a great board of directors that are really focused on education-based athletics.
This time of year is something we really haven't talked about before, reclassification. And I know, you know, it takes an army for you guys to figure out, you know, who's going where, all parts of the state. Can you just detail, first of all, the process of that and what goes into it?
Well, it's a very involved process, and we're in the middle of that right now. And we actually have a consistent date that we use annually, and we use our September 1 count date, they call it, our ADM, and we use that to classify our schools. And so that happened last September. The state runs those numbers first, and they release them to us. And we're in the process now of putting those into individual classes. And, you know, we have a committee coming together in the 1st of March that'll come to the office that'll look at all the tournament alignments based upon the movement we had. And once we get that done, then we'll take it to our board a little bit later on in the year for the classification cycle for next year. But the way we do it now, I do think there'll be a lot of consistency in tournament participation, or at least sectional opponents from year to year. There will be some slight adjustments, but we'll see how that goes. And we're excited to be able to put that in. And there's certainly a lot of prognosticators out there trying to figure out who's going to be in what class and what changes are going to happen. And I would encourage people to wait until we release it before they jump too far into that process.
Indiana's own version of bracketology, if you will, around March Madness. Paul, appreciate the time. It's the Commissioner's Corner. We'll talk to you next week.
Very good, Brendan. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig, and thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Okay, folks, we got some stats up here. I know they've been up here for a while. We're going to go ahead and walk you through them. I've got Grant Metzger on here with me. Grant, you know a lot about basketball?
I'm going to be honest here. I know enough to work these games, and that's about it.
And you know what? That's all right. We're going to go ahead and see how it goes here. Starting off with the Mishawaka Cavemen, as far as two-point field goes, they are 4 for 20 here. 20 attempts, only 4 converting. Obviously not what you want there. On the other side, you got for two-point field goals, 9 for 15. The Kingsmen, very productive in that area. As far as three-point field goals now, it's 2 for 5 for the Cavemen, whereas the Kingsmen now on the other side of it, 3 for 12 here. Not great. That's not very good. I know you don't know a lot about basketball, but 25% from 3 isn't the best. So you got that there. The Cavemen winning that battle, but not the two-point field goal. And then the free throw battle, 1 for 6 for the Maroon and White. And for the Kingsmen, they are 5 for 7 there from the free throw line. So it's kind of up and down, but the Kingsmen ahead by 15. They're obviously in better shape A lot of that's from the two-point field goals and obviously the free throws as well. And even though they have a worse percentage as far as three-point field goals, they have made more. Grant, you've been watching there on the floor. What do you see as far as the Caveman performance right now?
I have been seeing, well, actually both teams really aggressive. I've seen several falls within the last 5 minutes of the game. And I think that is definitely impacting. We can see in the score, Kingsman leading. But yeah, I've just been seeing a lot of aggressiveness. Also a lot of really good calls by people passing, getting it like across the court really quickly. And yeah, I think this is going to be a really good second half.
I agree, yeah. Like you said, a lot of aggression here. You've got that backyard brawl, Penn versus Mishawaka thing going on. Then, of course, you said guys are making really good reads. They're making the right passes for the most part. Not a ton of turnovers. We had a few scrambles for the basketball here and there, but for the most part, pretty clean. So we're hoping to see the same thing here. The Cavemen, maybe they make a surge. They're only down by 15 to the number 18 team in the state. So not in bad shape. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We've got about 90 seconds or less here before we get back to the action here in the Cave. I'm Dana Phillips, Grant Metzger. We're here on the Mishawaka Network.
Come and visit the Mishawaka Historical Museum and make sure to check out all of their different exhibits, such as their industries and businesses, church and faith, historic landmarks, military heritage, school, and their famous Mishawakans exhibit, including some of our very own Caveman alumni, as well as a working model train set and a brand new exhibit, Treasures from our collection. Located at 121 South Main Street, doors are open every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. each day. $5 for entry for adults, $3 for students, and kids under 5 enter for free.
Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
With one half over and done, we make our way to the second half, the final 2 quarters of this ball game. It's been up and down here so far. The Kingsmen, however, pretty levelly dominating here in the Cave, but the Cavemen have been staying somewhat close to the Kingsmen, attached at the hip a little bit. 15 points right now.
Yeah, honestly, Daniel, the Kingsmen missed a lot of shots, right? And some of it's been the Cavemen good defense. Kingsmen just been out of sorts on offense. And so the Cavemen have really got to score. This is what we talked about. They've got to score to make it close.
Johns finding Hanley as the Cavemen will start things off on the offensive side here in this third quarter. Fowler takes a contested 3 and converts from deep. LaJordan Fowler comes out with a little bit of oomph. He's feeling it with 8 points here. Only 1 foul to his name so far.
Well, and the Cavemen have really played well the end of the last quarter, starting this one. They've got to get some stops, and there's a good tip. Can't save it, though. But Cavemen were down 30-13, so they've gone on a really good run here, a 7-2 run. It sounds small, but that's what you need. Okay, let's get a small run here, small run there, get back in the game, put some pressure on kind of the heavily favored team.
Coleman the inbound here for the Kingsmen. Lobs it over inside to Price. Coleman driving inside and 1. They said the bucket will, of course, count, and you see here.
Well, this is just a great shot. Good job by camera people down there. That's an inbounds by Coleman. Who's the most dangerous person? The person inbounding the ball. He got it back, was curled right around, easy 2 and 1.
He's got 2 and 1s converted here today already. Got it done at the free throw line for the second time tonight. Johns driving baseline, pass. Around the perimeter, inside, now driving. Camden Putz doesn't convert. Nice interior defense displayed there by the Kingsmen. Is that 3 there by Obermeyer? No good. Off the fast break, Hanley misses a big layup. The lefty, no good at the rim. All alone on an island.
And you got to get that one to go. It was a great play on defense, good outlet pass, and Hanley just kind of strong-armed. You often hear that short arming of shots, but he kind of strong-armed that one up at the layup, got a little too much spin on it, and he knows he's got to make that happen.
To inbound is Obermeyer. The Kingsmen here still leading by 15. As Bonner had 1 foot out of bounds as he caught that pass. It's an easy turnover there for the Cavemen.
That's just not having your spatial awareness of you. He's just kind of easiest call you'll have all night as a ref. You've got 1 foot totally out of bounds, and that's going to be an easy call. He knew it right away.
And that one, Camden Putz not paying attention. Johns tried to get it to him on the bounce pass.
Coach Cody right there is looking at it, at John saying, hey, you've got to watch. I mean, there was defense there, and I think the Jordan Fowler made the right move. Hey, let me cut back door here. Let me get to the other side, and just kind of a pass a little too early there for Fowler.
Camden Putz had his back turned. He knew it wasn't for him and just floats right out of bounds. Murphy inside. That's Coleman. And they say no foul call there. Coleman is not very happy about that.
Honestly, there's 2 things there. One, maybe a foul there, but definitely off Coleman. I mean, that came down. It was a good job by Putz knocking that ball down. It went right off of Coleman's arm. And he's still got a problem with his knee there. He got some blood, and Coleman doesn't like it, but he's going to have to get that fixed.
So, Coach
now a
Coleman,
technical. They're going to call that on Coleman.
It's not what you want.
Well, and what that is there is the ref sees the blood. He tells him to go to the bench, and then Coleman starts saying something back to him. Who knows what was said, but the officials didn't like it, and now Fowler will go to the line to shoot 2.
Coach Coleman pulls the tape back out. Tries to wrap up the knee again, and still some stoppage in play. Waiting on something, and the officials.
Well, the official was kind of giving a stare down to the Penn bench there, making sure we're not saying anything else.
And Fowler does make that free throw. The first one is made. To cut the lead down to 13 for the Kingsmen. He nails the second as well.
Well, and those are big free throws, and you get the ball, right? The Kingsmen were going to have that ball out of bounds, and so Cavemen needed some free throws to go. They were 1 of 6 going into those 2, and to get 2 to go is a big confidence booster. Now, you're down 13, cut it to 11, cut it to 10 here on this possession. You're still in the game.
Johns, guarded by Murphy, hands it off to Putz. Fowler trying to get something going. He's already got 10 tonight, and he's going to go ahead and pull up. No good on that try.
Yeah, I like the play, though. I think LaJordan Fowler has got to make more plays.
Bonner gets it to go there. The opposite post for the Kingsmen gets it done down low, and now he'll go ahead and try to convert on an and 1. A 3-point play. Opportunity, sits at the free throw line. They shot well from the charity stripe, and that continues to be the trend. If you wear a black and gold jersey, he hits that 1 free throw. Traveling violation again. Call on the Cavemen. Amir Dean is caught this time. As you saw that nice play there.
Yeah, you can see this was just a great pass up from Coleman and easy bucket, and that's just strength there. Amir Dean's late getting to the ball there, and Bonner uses that big body, hold him off, get the easy 2 and 1.
Coleman over to Murphy. He's guarded by Dean. Coleman. That shot is good from the corner. The sophomore nails from 3.
And that right there was just a mix-up. All the Caveman defenders got mixed up in the sauce there, and the easy 3-pointer from Coleman.
Stepping through, kick it out, corner. Snyder is nice. from 3. Timeout called. Score now 41-25 as Coach Cody wants to take a break. We're going to go ahead and take a break ourselves. We'll be back in 30 here on Mishawaka Network.
Forte Waterproofing is celebrating over 60 years of satisfied customers. Experience, innovation, hard work, confidence, pride, honesty, integrity, determined, committed to achieve excellence. Fix it with Forte, fix it for good.
Welcome back to the Cave. We've got still a game on our hands. 41-25 is the score here in the Cave. The Kingsmen lead. It's Caleb Kuhlman here, walking it up for the Kingsmen. Inside, that one's rejected there. Obermeyer tried to get that one to go at the rim. The Cavemen say no. And this time on the steal, it's Murphy. He finishes, and the foul, and one for Ben Murphy. And they've gotten a lot of opportunities here for three-point plays all game long, but now this is the third time in this second half, in this third quarter, not even halfway through.
Yeah, and this was just Murphy just taking that ball away, got into the passing lane, and just a really bad foul if you're Landon Johns. You either got to go harder at it and make sure he doesn't make that, right? Or you got to let him go, and so you can't get caught in the in-between.
Another thing is you have that big block, and you've got the momentum going on the fast break, and then you turn the ball over. You know, it's a wasted opportunity. Murphy is not going to convert this time on the three-point play.
That hit about every part of the rim. Somehow didn't go in.
Puts off the handoff. They're going to go ahead and call a foul there. That one is on number 23, Cody Evans.
I don't know which assistant coach it is for Penn, but every time he's saying, hey, you're fouling. Stop getting into him. You don't need to get into him. He's not going to shoot that ball. Stop fouling so that you can play good defense.
Fowler has space, decides to kick it over to Nelson, who gets fouled on his try. 2 free throws await the junior.
And that's a good play. It's a good dribble drive there. As you can see, this last play by the Penn Kingsmen here. Great block by LaJordan Fowler as they turn it over after that, but a really good play on defense. Nelson's got to convert at the line, but I think Fowler, you got to take more of those shots. He came curling off the screen. He had a shot at the free throw line. It was a good pass, but now you've missed a free throw again, so you got to try to get those to go if you're LaJordan Fowler.
I think it's pretty clear that Coach Cody says if you've got that space, especially that much space, take that shot.
I don't know what the ref was just telling Vander Nelson about there, but Nelson 0 for 5 from the line. He's got to get one to go.
That one's no good either. Rebound to Cavemen, no, that one's lobbed dangerously by Putz. Fielded there by Dean, and now a scramble for the rock. Is Dean going to win it? He does. Tipped away again, this time by Burton. Off his foot, could have been a kickball violation, but they'll say out of bounds. They stick to the Cavemen nonetheless.
Something's going on with Murphy here. He kind of checked himself out of the game as Obermeyer comes in. He's going to the bench. I'm wondering what's going on with that.
On the inbound, Dean lobs it high, and that one's tipped by Kuhlman. Kuhlman, basketball IQ play off the body of Fowler, and now the basketball is all the Kingsmen's over here.
I mean, that was just a great play by Kuhlman. He got into that lob pass. Cavemen have really struggled on the inbounds plays tonight.
Kuhlman inbounded that one a little too quick. Slips through the fingers of Obermeyer. Fast break. Fowler lays it up and in.
Yeah, really good fast break there. Amir Dean, I think, made the right timing pass to get rid of the ball. And a great finish by Fowler.
Burton now getting some more minutes in the second half. Finds Kuhlman. That one's stripped away and just not secured there by Nelson.
Yeah, that's really good defense by the Cavemen. Putz had good initial defense. Kuhlman got a little bit on him, and then 2 defenders collapsed on him. Didn't let him pass it out. Knocked it out of bounds, but it was a good play by the Cavemen on defense.
Kuhlman to inbound again. And they're going to say is a violation there.
Yeah, and that's
on Snyder.
And that's a tough one there because he's kind of battling there with Obermeyer. Obermeyer runs, you'll see him run these really hard as he's kind of flopping around now. And now they're really pushing each other.
And again, I believe they'll get Snyder. Snyder really trying to make sure that Obermeyer has no opportunity, in the officials conferencing discussing the call.
Yeah, I think they might call it intentionally. Yep, there it is. And here's the thing. What Coach Cody's going to say is, hey, they're pushing each other there, but what do we always say, both in school, in sports, the last person, at home with your sister, right? The last person that did something is going to be the one that gets caught. And right there, that was Landon Snyder giving him just a 2-arm shove. Thought he was back on the football field.
So now Obermeyer, has 2 free throw shots here.
Well, and the worst part is they're going to take these free throws and they're going to inbound the same exact spot. So the Cavemen are going to have to make sure they're not getting into a shoving match here. As Snyder goes to the bench. Yeah, there we go.
And this Landon Johns checking in his place. Obermeyer trying to go 1 for 2 on this trip. And he will. Kingsmen now lead by 17 as Obermeyer has his first points of the game.
Well, watch, Obermeyer's the one kind of triggering this as he has been running these, and they're going to try to run a classic staple of basketball here, and it works.
Caleb Kuhlman, calm and collected, nails the 3 in the corner.
Yeah, heating up from the field as he's made his last 2 3-pointers.
Got 17 in the ball game. Fowler, his rival here, floater up and in off the backboard.
Fowler's had a really nice game again. I think Coach Cody has said, hey, take more shots. You've got a chance. Take those shots.
Obermeyer, 3 is good. What a response there by the Penn Kingsmen. Obermeyer just had 1 point with that free throw there and comes back with that nice 3 as the putback is no good after the miss in the corner. Kuhlman and the Kingsmen on the fast break, looking around for something. Finds a pass. Nice awareness by Evans to kick it out to Price. Price no good. Offensive rebound for the Kingsmen. Burton finds Kuhlman. Kuhlman, no good. Going the other way with 2:15 left is Johns. The 3 is all pure.
And I don't know if you heard it, but Coach Cody was screaming, let's go, because they need to move if they want to get back into this game.
Burton drives in, kicks out, Obermeyer. The hot streak continues. 2 threes in a row.
And this is what you're scared of if you're the Mishawaka coaching staff, if you're Riley and St. Joe, is Penn getting hot from the 3-point line. Because, yeah, you got Kuhlman will make some, but if Obermeyer's hot, Evans has hit some, Murphy can hit some from the 3-point line. If they can get hot from the 3-point line, they're so hard to guard.
Putz. He had Nelson for the longest time. Just as he realizes he loses them. Back to Putz inside. Now he's got Nelson again. Nelson can't convert, but he's got 2 free throws. However, he hasn't been very good from that area of the court so far today.
Yeah, this is that Landon Johns. He gets up there, nobody guards him. He takes the 3, and that's what you need to do. If you're open, take the shots. And he's hit a couple 3s tonight. Right now, Xander Nelson has got to be feeling it from the line.
This time he nails the first.
And that's a big one. He's 0 for 6 on that. You need one to go. And once you can see one go in, that helps you. Sometimes the free throw line isn't about skill. It's about confidence. And you see one go, see if you can get the next one to go.
Eccles will check in for Dean. One for 2 there on that trip. As we got a foul called with Jordan Fowler. Loose ball foul. It'll go the other way for the Kingsmen. The push is called. Free throws being shot because of the 5 fouls already next to the Caveman name.
We still got a minute 24. Both teams will be shooting free throws on the fouls here for the rest of this quarter as Penn has 4.
Cody Evans.
Whoa.
Air balls. They're at the free throw line.
Well, he was 2 for 2 from the line earlier, so that's a surprise, and that's just short-arming that a little bit. Like, you didn't get the arc you wanted on that. We'll see what he does after that first one.
Nelson will take a seat. Hanley's back in the ball game.
And, Daniel, these are things right now when you're a Caveman fan, you should be hearing that student section chanting air ball and those types of things to help your team out. Mishawaka student section really needs to improve here going into next week's sections.
Foul on the try there is Hanley after being checked in just a few moments ago. The Cavemen trail by 21 now. It looks like Price will go ahead and try to check in for the Kingsmen. Maybe give Bonner an opportunity to get some rest. First free throw is true. Going Hanley. As Price will check in, and it'll be Evans instead that takes the seat. No good, just rumbles in and out. 1 for 2 on that trip to the free throw line for Hanley. Kuhlman drives in. Nice touchy layup. Gets that one to go. Head full of steam is Johns. Johns, some contact, no call. Burton now drives in. He's got contact. Contested layup is good.
And now the Kingsmen are feeling it. They've really got it going this quarter, taking the 58-34 lead.
24 they lead by. Eccles, 3. That one's good. All net from the freshman.
And that's a good shot for Eccles. That's only his second shot of the game, and one of them was a buzzer-beating shot at the end of the first quarter. So he needs to get some confidence. He hasn't played many minutes here recently, as Penn's going to try to take the last shot. Quietly, Kuhlman, 19 points here. He's kind of scored at the rim. He's gotten the shot to go here in the third.
Waiting for the last shot of the period here. Kuhlman. Quick step. Nicely finished by number 4. And that one's lobbed up. No good off the front rim. Fowler. And that ends the third quarter. One more quarter left here as you see this nice play. Eccles finds space, takes the shot, and it's true. With that, we'll go ahead and take a break. 60-37 in favor of the Kingman here in the Cave on the Mishawaka Network.
Come and visit the Mishawaka Historical Museum and make sure to check out all of their different exhibits, such as their industries and businesses, church and faith, historic landmarks, military heritage, school, and their famous Mishawakans exhibit, including some of our very own Caveman alumni, as well as a working model train set and a brand new exhibit, Treasures from our collection. Located at 121 South Main Street, doors are open every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. each day. $5 for entry for adults, $3 for students, and kids under 5 enter for free.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
We'll come back for the break. You see Burton driving in. Contested layup is good, and it's been plays like that and more here for the Kingsmen. That third quarter was very, very dominant for them.
Absolutely.
They made a big statement in how they want to win this game. See if they continue on the final 8 minutes of the ball game.
Well, Coleman only had 3 points in that first quarter. He's now up to 21. He's got it going from 3 a little bit in that third quarter, but really for him, it's been getting to the hoop. He's been dominant at the hoop. He's getting things to go. As Eric Burton just beating his man, that's speed from the freshman getting to the hoop.
He's fouled there. And to inbound, it'll be Coleman, of course. It's Trey Eccles getting his first foul of the game.
Well, and Coach Cody right there saying, Trey, you got to keep your hands up.
Price, handoff, Coleman.
Yeah.
And
Cardinal sin of the basketball player, the one dribble pickup there, but Coleman is able to get off to Burton.
Burton's got it again now. Makes a quick step, loses his footing, and they'll call the traveling violation there.
Well, and what they were trying to do was just ISO ball there. They said Burton is a good matchup for them on Eccles, and he was Coach Coleman was telling their Bonner, hey, pass the ball, get out of the way. Just move out. He knows he's got his man beat.
Hanley now finds Fowler. Putz came in first offensive possession of the fourth quarter. Putz finds space, drives in, pump fake, gets the foul. No bucket, though.
Yeah, that's a really good play by Cam Putz. Really not much happening there on offense, and he took it into his own hands. As you can see, this play by Burton just falling down there on that travel. But Putz really, I mean, the Cavemen have had trouble initiating offense. They haven't been able to get a lot going, and that was just a good job on the kind of the fake dribble handoff, cutting through, ball fake, and then kind of jumping into the defender to get the foul.
Converts from the first free throw. Let's see if he can go 2 for 2 here as the Cavemen have struggled from the free throw line. He will get that one to go as well. Both free throws true for the senior, 2 for 2, the charity stripe.
And Putz has tried to guard Kuhlman tonight and really had done a good job early on, but Kuhlman has taken advantage here as of late.
Burton now guarded by Eccles, orchestrating the offense. Drives baseline, finds Bonner, who does not convert on a contested layup there. Now the Cavemen have an opportunity. Down by 21. Putz easily called for the travel there as he...
Yeah, he just kind of lost his footing there as he couldn't get that to go. On the other end, Michael Burton's done a really good job. They're trying to take advantage of that matchup. There he drove in on that last possession, made a great pass. Bonner's got to finish that.
It's Kuhlman now, driving in on Putz. Pump fake. He's got 2 guys on him now. Easy foul call for the official as it was right in front of him.
And it's not a foul you need. You're down by 21 here. You trapped him down towards the baseline, but you didn't need to reach in, and Cam Putz just kind of reaching in, grabbing that arm. Easy call, as you said.
Obermeyer.
Yeah, they tried to run a slip out of that inbounds play, and Price had him for a second, but good job recovering by Colton Hanley.
Burton finds Kuhlman. And an illegal screen called there.
No, they're going to call that on Putz.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, they're going to say Putz kind of grabbed onto him, and that's why he got run over there. And I think the ref's saying, hey, you could have done better getting around that. That's going to be the third Caveman foul already in the fourth quarter.
Cavemen need to be careful because not only can the Cavemen score in general, they can score very well in the free throw line. As Bonner's going to make up for that last missed opportunity and get it done at the rim, same spot.
And that's a great finish through contact, too. Like, he got hit, but he used his kind of size to get that to go as there's a pushing foul there on Burton.
We see here, there's inbounds here. It's Kuhlman, finds Bonner. Pretty easy.
Ref got in the way there, but that's an easy inbound, easy 2, and a really good job there by Bonner using his body.
We're now over 2 minutes into this final quarter. Eccles, tough shot, banks it in off the glass.
And I like that shot. Trey Eccles being a little more confident, able to get to the free throw line, puts it up, uses the backboard. That's not something you see these days, maybe with kind of younger AAU basketball. And good job getting it off the board and in.
Quick pass outside from Burton. Kuhlman, no good from the corner.
Putz kind of gave him a shove at the end there. You got to be careful not to get called for a foul on a three-pointer like that.
Leaning into it, still no call. Jordan Fowler, no good. Burton, head full of steam, finishes just short. Bonner, no good on his putback try. Now the Cavemen have another opportunity down 21. Fowler, space, shot, no good. Clanks into the hands of Bonner.
And it doesn't go in, but I think that's the shot you want. It's your best player. He's had a pretty good shooting night.
Speaking of a good shooting night, he's got some opportunities here at the free throw line now, 3 of them to be exact, as he gets fouled from beyond the arc.
Daniel, we've talked about this in football, now in basketball. That's just a foul. I just talked about it on the last 3. You cannot push somebody, especially after they're shooting a three-pointer, and that's just unnecessary contact from Putz. You got to just let it go. You're not up on him. He's missing the shot anyway, and now you're giving him free throws because you just gave him a forearm push there that you didn't need. This is definitely not a legal position here on the free throw line, as Burton's got to go back. There we go. Good job by Bonner cleaning up some sweat there on the floor.
There you go. Some multi-talented athletes out here on the basketball court.
Well, and Daniel, this is now a 3-shot foul too. I mean, it's just something you don't want if you're a Caveman fan.
And, you know, you also, I know some people may not like this, I have to say it. When it's Caleb Kuhlman, it hurts even more because he's a very, very good free throw shooter. And you know he's probably going to knock down all these free throws.
Both refs have now talked to Cam Putz about something here. So they're definitely keeping an eye on him.
So go ahead and take a seat. And the Snyder is checked in. Bonner takes a seat. So Evans checking in. So Kuhlman does nail all 3 of those free throws. And just like that, he'll go ahead and take a seat. Jackson Smith will check in for the Penn Kingsmen now. 5 minutes left to play here in the 4th. The Kingsmen looking to go ahead and finish this opponent and the Cavemen. The Cavemen still playing for dignity here as Dean misses that 3.
Well, in the Cavemen, it doesn't get easier for the Cavemen.
Oof. Burton, nice pass. Price makes the rim shake.
And that was a double pump there. He was getting blocked. I think it was good defensive play by Fowler.
That one out of bounds. Fowler loses his dribble there. Kingsman basketball as Brandon Pete and Xander Nelson and Camden Putz check in. As we see here, this replay, man. Feel like the hoop's still shaking after that.
Absolutely.
We've got a full timeout here in the cave. 67-41 in favor of the Penn Kingsmen. We're going to go ahead and take a break here on the Mishawaka Network.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Welcome back to the cave. If you're just now joining us, we've got 4:24 left in the 4th. I'm Daniel Phillips alongside Mr. Matt Rendell here, bringing this one to you. Backyard brawl. Penn Kingsmen taking on the home Mishawaka Cavemen. They lead by quite a bit here. They're ahead by 26 here in the 4th. The Cavemen putting up a fight at some points, but that 3rd quarter really went in the favor of the Kingsmen, and they just kept the ball rolling from there as Burton steps back, takes a tough shot, he gets fouled.
And that's a tougher one. You play good defense, but you just got up into the elbow there, and they're going to see that every time. So you got good initial defense there by Trey Eccles, but he's got to make sure to stay out of his landing space and not give up those easy fouls.
And look, I have to say, there's something about these players in the Penn side. They know how to draw fouls. They've been doing a very good job at getting to the free throw line.
Well, and I said it a little bit ago, it does not get any easier for the Mishawaka Cavemen. They've got one more regular season game left here at the Cave. That'll be on Friday. We'll be bringing you that game. But that's going to be against the St. Joe Huskies, one of the top teams in the state.
Reigning state champs as Burton goes 2 for 2 there. Snyder now. Lobs it over. Nelson fumbles right through his hands. Burton on the fast break, pulls up. Left elbow, no good on that shot.
And they're clearly trying to get Burton some confidence out there, get him on the court, kind of on his own as he gets a steal.
By himself, all alone, layup is good.
He thought about trying to get that dunk. He couldn't quite get up there. He got the rim, though.
He did tell me pregame he was going to try to lay one down. It didn't happen. Eccles, no good on his try on the other end. The Kingsmen now lead by 31. Never mind, they lead by 34 as Obermeyer nails that 3, and a timeout is called by Coach Cody. The Cavemen will take some time to refresh, try to come back. We got 3:18 here, score 75-41. What are we seeing so far as the domination almost in the past 12 minutes?
Yeah, the Cavemen just... It's gotten really away from them, as we can see on the scoreboard here. 1 point away from that running clock, but it's really been the Kingsmen taking it to the Cavemen, as they have not been able to do much. But the Cavemen have got to get these last few minutes and really try to get them going here, as the Cavemen look to get some buckets here, get some guys in the game that don't normally get in. But just a quick update again, Cavemen play Friday here at Mishawaka against the St. Joe Huskies. Penn and St. Joe in the sectional here next week. Penn does have one more game. They play Maryville on Friday. Maryville 6-15 on the year, not having a great season, so Penn's looking to go strong into sectionals, as the Cavemen will play next week against the Adams Eagles here at Mishawaka High School.
Yeah, Coach Coolman talked about a lot pre-game in my meeting with them, being prepared for March, but still keeping things calm and focused on the regular season, as they still got 2 big games left, he said.
A lot of exciting things happening with track season underway. I saw a freshman basketball player, Tony Carter Wortham, in my broadcasting class. Tell me he's fast. Coach Shaw said he's definitely fast out there, so we'll see some track coming up here soon. The first boys track meet will be on March 18th against these Penn's Kingsmen here at Mishawaka High School.
That one gets away from Eccles. He hops back on it. Jump ball. Luckily, the possession arrow is in favor of the Cavemen.
Got a lot of subs in the game here now. Both Pete brothers in.
We got Nasser Farhan and Shu Swoverland in the game. Tough shot, Fowler, no good. Scramble for the rebound. These younger guys fighting for possession here.
Well, Ashu, Nasser, those two, if you watch them play basketball ever, they're never going to go at half speed.
No, they're not. That one, Pete throws into traffic. Burton couldn't lay it down that time either, but he does lay it up.
Price is on the bench telling Cody Evans, hey, you should have taken that yourself and slammed it home, but Burton gets 2 more to add to his good night here tonight.
13 points for the freshman there, as Fowler no good on that shot either.
Yeah, definitely looked like he got fouled on the arm there, but you're going to have running clock now with the 36-point lead.
That one no good.
Good rebound, though, by the Kingsmen.
Smith redeems himself there with the layup. And the Kingsmen will go ahead and call a timeout there with 2:15 left here in the fourth. 78-41 is the score. The Kingsmen now lead by 37 points.
Yeah, good offensive rebound and then a great take there to get 2 more on the board. And right now, it's been all Kingsmen in the second half. Cavemen were pretty close, down 12 at the half. They got away from them fast in that third quarter and then definitely into this fourth. And right now, just trying to finish it out as they head into what's not, again, never easier, playing another really good team, and then heading into a sectional that we haven't seen here in a while with 7-team sectional here at Mishawaka. It's really kind of unheard of. Fort Wayne has a couple 4-team sectionals. Elkhart has a 5-team sectional, but here at Mishawaka, you're going to see a 7-team sectional starting next Tuesday, and every team is at least 7 games over 500 except for the Mishawaka Cavemen.
Very telling stat there.
And an interesting kind of strategy here by the Penn Kingsmen. You're up 37, doing a full court press.
Maybe Coach Coleman's saying to himself, the game's not won yet, so.
Well, and you got guys in who don't normally play, and you want to get them to play hard, but the full court press is a lot.
Last touch by the Kingsmen, they say, and it's going to stick with the Cavemen here. Inbound into Pete. Pete driving in. Hop step, eases into the shot. That one's good, just in front of the free throw line.
Yeah, really good look by Pete as he got that one to go. Hasn't got as much playing time maybe as he thought he could have this year.
And fouled at the rim. Fowler goes ahead and puts up some contest there.
I think they're going to get Farhan with that. Yeah, they're going to call Farhan with the foul.
That's Caden Armour there. Shooting 2, I believe. And let's see. First free throw, no good.
Danny, we got one more regular season basketball game. We just had senior night a few weeks ago for y'all. It'll be your last regular season game. How you feeling?
I feel good. As Armour misses that second free throw, I feel good. You know, it's a good chance that I may not have another opportunity to call some games for a while. So I'm definitely looking to make the best out of the opportunity. As Fowler missed that one, flying in. Jace Pete puts it back up. No. One more time. No. He's got the ball again in his hands.
And Jace Pete's just a whirlwind out there right now, using his energy, trying to get the ball as a Caveman scorer.
His brother says, it's all right, little bro. I'll go ahead and take care of this one. We'll move things along. Gets himself his 4th point of the game. But, yeah, I'm excited, especially to see some really good basketball being played next week. That 7-team sectional, like you said, 6 of those teams, at least 7 games over 500. Very talented teams here in Northern Indiana. Big finish there by Armour.
And the bench and the fans really excited about that. Somebody who doesn't get a lot of buckets, so a good, strong move there to get 2 on the board. I don't know if there's any brothers that look more alike than Jason, Brandon, Pete on the floor.
I don't know. Pete, again, trying to take advantage of his time, and the 3 does not go, but obviously, you know, you got the running clock with the point differential here. And with that, Smith will go ahead and dribble this one out. A victory for the Kingsmen here in the historic Cave over their rival, the Mishawaka Cavemen. They get it done. A final score of 80-45. It's a big win for them, 35 points. A big victory heading into Maryville in the next few days, and the Cavemen obviously have another tough opponent coming up next here Friday. Obviously, this loss will certainly hurt their morale more than it helps their morale.
Well, and it's Friday and then going into sectionals. I mean, no matter who you draw in that sectional, you got a tough game. Cavemen have played every team in the sectional. They played LaPorte, they played Michigan City. Both of those teams beat the Cavemen pretty good. You got Penn tonight, Adams last week, where the Cavemen played really well against Adams last week. So maybe your best draw, and then St. Joe on Friday. So you've really, there's no easy games in that tournament. You know that the Penn Kingsmen are saying, okay, we got Michigan City, not an easy game. You know, St. Joe saying, hey, we got LaPorte. They're very fundamental. They've got some good players. So it'll be interesting to see those games here next week at the Cave.
Yeah, certainly something you should tune in for, again, next week. So on IHSATV.org, make sure to tune in. It will not be live streamed on YouTube, but it will be the Mishawaka Network bringing it to you. Once again, final score, 80-45. Mr. Rendell, any final takeaways?
I think Cavemen played really, really well in that first half. I think you got to take some solace out of that, right? Okay, we kept it close. We played really well. We had the lead in the first quarter. We played pretty well. It got away from us in that third and fourth. So you say, okay, how do we keep this intensity? We talked about it pregame for 32 minutes.
With that, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. A good night from the Mishawaka Network. Daniel Phillips, Matt Rendell signing off here on a Tuesday night as the Penn Kingsmen get the win here on the Mishawaka Network.